Anybody up eating they paint? No. That's later. Doing that right now. I mean, I'm not, no, I'm not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not hiding anything behind my back. What are you talking about? You're crazy. Hi, Shyrim. Guys, it's freaking Sketch Saturday. Can you believe it? Can you believe? Do you remember? Hi, guys. I see her. Wah! It's freaking Sketch Saturday. Hi, hi, hello. Ooh. How are you guys? Hope you're good. Eating my paints. I don't know about y'all. I gotta repaint my jellies. Um, We're done. If you got anything left over. That's left and then right. Oops. We got the freaking model today. I I was talking about it on Twitter the other day. I feel quite foolish for like spending 3 days in a row working on this model just to not really be able to use it with anything. Cause you figure it's mouse tracking, right? Like ooh. But almost all video games lock your mouse. So I can only really use it for art or like chatting streams, which I don't really do. Like I have a layout for it. Like it's here. I just haven't used it before because I haven't done a just chatting stream before. So I'm gonna use it when I can. It's just I feel foolish for not thinking about when being able to use it is on the table and how often that is. But I digress. I'm still very happy with it. Um any words to share? Any announcements to share? Oh, bu 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 bu. I talked about it last stream, but I'll say it again. I'm on VGen. I need to put it on my link tree. But freaking, I'll link it in chat. They let me in the cool kids club. They let my ass in. I don't know why. Um, but thanks to the lovely It's Me UVT, Twitch and Twitter, she was able to get me a lovely, lovely code. So you can find me on VGen now. I only have 2 listings so far. It is a PNG tuber listing and a full body illustration listing. That's it so far. My Ko-fi is also still a thing. That has not changed. That will not change. Because Ko-fi is like the backbone of this entire stream, so you can find me there. Oh, that's about all of me. And yeah, I don't want to listen to this song right now. I got the Pavlova playlist going, and it's such like a roller coaster. I kind of cooked though. Let me cherry pick. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'll just kind of jump around for a bit. But yeah, it's freaking Sketch Saturday. We're sketching on a Saturday. Let me turn the music down a little bit. But yeah, I don't have anything like specific to work on. I got all my work done earlier this week. Puts my hands on my hips and does a little pose. Um, but I don't know. We're gonna doodle for a little bit for the night. I admittedly made a very irresponsible decision and stayed up really really late last night watching that stupid skeleton be stupid. So, oops. Yeah. I'm like, yup, yes, maybe. It's so. What is he up to? Like, he's kinda. Like, I kept joking about it. Hi, Ev. Hello. I'm like, yup, yes, maybe. And I hate that some of the beats are starting to grow on me. Like in like a very infectious and fungal way that I should definitely like burn off, but like it's still growing on me. It's pissing me off. It really is. Dude, Beeper's like Glock bar lining up with the crit noise and the beat. You can't script this. Like I can't believe it. Let's see, I want to draw Pav. I've been thinking about Pavlova a lot recently. Dude, it would be so fun one day to do like. Well, hold on. I'm still on a high from this stupid shrimp clip. Shrimp. Shrimp. Yum, shrimp. I have never heard Beepers laugh like that. He was screaming. He shrieked in laughter. Like I didn't know he could do that. I've never heard him make those sounds. Like that was scary. But do I turn this into a D&D character story time stream? Is that what I do? Because I keep saying like, oh, one day I'd love to do a stream where I do blah blah blah, but then I keep doing streams where I don't have a plan and can just do that. I'm just gonna do that. Do y'all want to hear about my D&D characters? I fear he won't survive the weekend. They're gonna find him shut down in a corner. This song too sad. This song too damn sad. All the songs on this playlist are sad. Oh, not this one. She's a very complex individual. Wait, Ev, wait, since you're free from camping. Oh, wait. Release this month. Where's my goat Grizz rock face? Do we draw Grizz? We're gonna You know what? Yeah. Let's draw my very first D&D character I ever played. How about that? Let's Do I still have her playlist? I have to still have her playlist. Hold on. Drinks are free! I know I still have her playlist. I have every playlist I've ever made since like 2018. Miss D&D, it's been 80 years. Dude, all my stuff is on break or waiting to start, which is like fine because it's our good friend Grady Gratis running everything. So I can't be like, man. But I want to play. I'm really excited to play again. Now that this guy points at Ev and Chad is done frolicking in the woods. I'm glad you had fun though. Let's see. We're scrolling all the way down. And I'm the schedule conflict. Well, honestly, no. Because you figure Kinder just got back on campus, Chris just got a full-time job, and Grady is getting ready to go back to campus. And I'm, like, full-time streaming now, so we're all kind of busy. But you were also in the woods for a week, so. Dude, I'm scrolling all the way down. I'm seeing stuff in here I don't ever want to see again. Uh... Oh, yikes. Oh, this is rough. Where is it? Where is this playlist? I know I have it. This is the shortened version. I want the full playlist. And I'm not gonna shuffle it because this is from like 2021 when I had really bad taste in music. Okay, well no. It wasn't that bad. It was very common for the time, my music playlist. I'll say that. I'm not gonna call it bad. Because some of those songs still kind of hit. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, is it near the top? When did I last listen to it? There it is. Rockface Radio. Hold on. Yeah, this is from early 2022. Oh man. Series will be fleshed out someday unless I have Zoom meeting with 5 hours and flip turn concert and tomorrow babysitting and Monday Palmdale and oh my god, just make the fish, bro. Just make the damn fish, bro. Dude, what this actually this playlist isn't that bad. How many songs are on this? 140 songs. This really isn't that bad. Y'all wanna hold on, I have to, I can't listen to this song anymore. Uh wow. 2022, Lena. Kind of paved the way musically, huh? You know, I'm just gonna let this shuffle and see what happens. We're just gonna see. Is my stupid D&D OC so bad they've just transcended D&D to be regular OCs? That's real. I was in such a D&D drought, I finally started working on my comic idea I've had for like 3 years. That's when you know it's bad. I stopped playing D&D for so long, I started streaming. I made a whole stream persona. They got me. I fell for it. Hell yeah, let's draw Grizz. So Grizz Rockface, full name Grizabelle Rockface, um, was the very first D&D character I ever played. Um, she, I don't want to say was, because she still exists. I just haven't played her in years. She is a rock gnome, shocking, ranger, and usually when I tell people about her, or when people are like talking about like their first D&D character, um they're like, "Oh, I played like, just a typical human fighter, like, you know, elven sorcerer, tiefling bard, the classics, half-orc barbarian, like, the bread and butter, nothing wrong with that." But when I say gnome ranger, and she was a hunter ranger, which is important because we were using D&D Beyond and I didn't want to pay for anything. So I was like, what's the free one? All right, hunter. All right, what's that do? Oh, nothing? Okay, cool. All my homies hate hunter ranger. You can't do shit with that subclass. I'm sorry. It's so boring. Like, especially like compared to the other ranger subclasses. Horizon Walker on top, by the way. Horizon Walker, Gloomstalker, fucking Drake Warden, Swarm Keeper. What are we talking about? Like, Ranger is awesome. Ranger is still, to this day, my favorite class in D&D because of this character. But, here, let me actually draw her. But, yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to describe her. She was very mean. She was very, very mean. And I remember when I made her, I was like, well, if I'm playing D&D, this is just like playing pretend. I don't want to play a character that's like me because it's kind of boring. Like in my opinion, I don't want to just play me. So I was like, what if I'm just a bitch? And then that one decision completely changed my perspective on D&D. I play so many mean characters. You're gonna notice a pattern here. One of my main ones was a Tiefling Warlock back in the day. Oh, dude, I want to play a Warlock so bad. I just haven't had the time. I'm not like a spellcaster class person. My favorite classes are Ranger and Monk. But also, I've never played just a purely melee character. Because even Ranger, you get like it's like a quarter caster, so you get up to level 4 spells. Dude. I was gonna say, man, do I have a ref for Grizz? But like, I don't need one. I know exactly what she looks like. Yeah, big ass round ears. Remember she had piercings like this. So much fun. Magic Bizzle. Dude. I've got her memorized. I love this character so bad. So her deal is that she was born up in the mountains, obviously, to a mother, a father, and then she had a baby brother also. And her dad, whose name was Wilhelm Rockface, and I did name him after the Wilhelm scream because I thought it'd be funny. He was like the captain of like their kind of, it's not even a village. It was like a collective of three different areas, but he was like the ranger captain. He was the leader of all of the rangers. And he had passed away when Grizz was like, I think 14, 13, like young, old child, young teenager years. He had passed away from like a sickness. So, and that like really like messed with Grizz because she loved her dad. And before he died, he gave her this like necklace thingy. It's like a necklace with a root, like a gem, like crystal thingy, like a red crystal. And that was like given to her with no like real explanation on what it was. And she also got his jacket, his ranger's jacket. So, Grizz, she was always like off-putting and like kind of just like brash with everybody. But then when her dad died, it was like, oh, I'm just gonna be the worst ever, I think, because I'm grieving. Which is like, she was like 14 and grieving. It's like, yeah, she's not maybe not gonna be the best person ever. That's like fine. But she ended up kind of becoming not like the man of the house, but she was the one who would like leave. Kind of think like Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. He was a huge inspiration for her because that was like when I was really into Demon Slayer. That was when season 1 had like just come out. So she was the one like leaving the house for like a week or so at a time to like go get money and bring back food and like firewood and stuff. And one of the days she comes back, she's like 18, her mom and her brother are like completely missing. And it's not even like, like signs of like a fight, like there was no blood anywhere. It was just like a messy house with no one in it. So she like runs down the mountain to like the local village, which was called Moss Peak. I remember that because I ran a one shot about it. And she was like, dude, like my family is missing, they're gone. And she's like, well, my dad was like everyone's best friend, so maybe they'll help me. And then they didn't help her at all. She was like, all right, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go find my mom and my brother. And then she ended up becoming besties with a half-orc rogue named, what was her name? Was it Ro? R-O-H? And that was our good friend Kinder Online's character, my good friend Kinder. Because that was also her first time playing D&D, and it did not click for her the way it clicked for me, but she did her best. But no, they were like besties. They started traveling together, kind of as like a thieves duo. And yeah. Oh, and the necklace she had. I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of drawing. That's something I gotta get better at. But the necklace she was given by her dad turned out to be enchanted with the soul of a bear, like a bear spirit named Petya. And she was a Russian bear totem spirit. And eventually I was gonna have her multi-class into Barbarian. Yeah, first D&D character, and I was like, I'm gonna multi-class because Hunter Ranger was boring. You can't do anything with it. So she was gonna be a Ranger Barbarian multi-class and take Bear Totem specifically. It was gonna be fucking awesome. And her and Petya hated each other, but in like a way that like a family would hate each other. It was so fun. But sadly, that campaign, the first run of it was a one shot, and then we told our DM, who I'm still friends with to this day, Emma. She's fucking the coolest person ever. Um, Shout out her for getting me into the D&D. She was like, "Well, if you guys are having so much fun, I can turn this into a campaign." We were like, "Do you really mean it?" So we got to play a session of it, and then all of us got busy because school started back up again. Because we were all like high school age. I was like just starting high school. And then we at the time were in like a much larger group of people because it was lockdown and we all hung out online. And they were all like, "Hey, we want to play D&D too." So we kind of like soft rebooted the campaign. Dude, this playlist is good so far. Shout out like 4 years ago me for having taste. I can't wait for the shoe to drop and to get some like bullshit. Um, but it went from a one, two, three, four, like 4-person campaign to a 7-person campaign. And it was like everyone but the people from that original session, it was their first time playing D&D. I think the only people there who would play D&D more than twice was our good friend Grady Gratis and the DM, and that was it. Everyone else had either just played for the first time or is about to play for the first time. And that campaign lasted one session. So, sadly, we never got to figure out what the fuck was up with Grizz. I've talked to our DM about it, and she was like, every time she explains what was supposed to happen, I forget. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know. I really don't know. But I would be lying if I haven't, like, thought about drafting a story about it. Because she was so fucking cool. Let me finish drawing her. But, no, she is, like, the groundwork for all of my characters. I miss her so bad. I have debated, like, playing her again to some degree, but it's like, I don't know. Like that's like a big task. She's like, I don't know. She's so cool. Bow, 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 bow. She had crazy eye bags. Paste. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. I love her bad. Dude, I remember like a couple months after the campaign ended, I was trying to think of a scene where her and her brother like reunite. Oh, what was her brother's name? Because I remember her dad's name was Wilhelm. Her mom's name was Jolene, I think. What was her brother's name? Because at first his name was it was Harrison. That was her brother's name, Harrison. Because originally it was Beauregard, and then I got into Critical Role, and I was like, oh wait, I don't like sharing names with characters. I'm gonna change it. But oh, dude, her dad was so cool. For I think, oh, there's the oh hellos. I was waiting for it. Fuck, there's gonna be, if I pull up all the playlists for these characters, y'all are gonna notice a pattern. Um, but something I try to do every year, keyword try, is run a one shot for my birthday. Um, it's like the one time I ever like DM or run anything. And the first time I did it was the first year I started playing D&D, and it was a one shot that took place in Grizz's like hometown. Um, where it was like a party of mercenaries brought together to deliver a bear to a cave. And it was a really bad one shot because I homebrewed everything. I wrote all of it. And I didn't know how to balance fights, so I just didn't. I was like, there's like 10 10 HP goons and then a big guy, and then they all died within the first round. And I was like, "Oh, you won! Yay!" But it ended because throughout the camp, because obviously I was like, there's like 7 of you playing, but I'm also gonna have 3 NPCs and a bear that follow you, and I'm gonna play all of them. So there was a lot of people in that party for one bear, mind you. One very nice bear who they named Buddy. I remember that. Um, but at the end of it, once the evil was defeated, because it turned out it was a cult who wanted to sacrifice the bear, and everyone was like, wait, no, but we love him. And so they killed the cultist because they were evil. I don't know. But at the end, the like captain of the Rangers showed up, and it was Wilhelm. And I didn't tell everyone in the party that that's who that was. So I got to be like, it's like you see this gnomish man with a very pale hair walk in, and one of the rangers looks at him and says, "Oh, Captain Rockface!" And then I remember everyone was like, "Wait, what?" And then Grady, I remember, screamed, "What?" He like fully yelled in shock. It was awesome. Like, what do you mean? That's Chris's dad. It ruled. No, yeah, that was so fun. I think back on it fondly. Dude, Grizz was so cool. That I am. Thin ass lips. Oh, she had a septum piercing. Or nose piercing. This. She had one of those. Yeah. Here she comes. And she had a scar right here. Look at that. Up. Dude. That's freaking Grizz, bro. Remember her hair. Oh, this song is too sad. I don't want to listen to this on stream. That's too sad. Dude, this playlist is fucking sad. What? Oh, because she was a thief. And I was like, oh, she's a thief. I'll put the thief song. Because this was when this movie came out. We're playing it. Fuck it. We're doing it live! Her hair was cool. Because she, you know, baby character designer Elena was like, I'm gonna go for black hair with white streaks in it. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. And it was the one. It was fucking badass. Oh, her hairline's too small. I actually don't want to listen to this. I don't want to. Because it's the live action version and it sucks. Whoa! Oh my god, I haven't heard this song. Oh my god, I'm back in freshman year. Good lord. We're playing this shit. This song is good. Uh 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 uh. Dude, she's so ugly. Even? It's not. I'm looking at her at an angle. Oops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't go. There we go. That's better. Dude, this fucking song. How did I do her hair? Because it was like half up, right? I remember how I drew the hair, but the way I drew the hair was completely incorrect to how hair actually works, and not how I really draw hair anymore. So, like half up, came down like here. Uh, it was up on the sides. She had bangs. This. Yup. And the rest of it tied up back here. Dude, I'm like fighting like muscle memory right now. So that way I actually draw this like correct. Never I won't. So wrong. Alright, what's next? Oh, The Last of Us. Oh, this is just like an instrumental. That's not bad. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And this still goes on character playlists to this day. Let me change the it's Saturday. Characters. There we go. Wow, 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 wow. She had a ponytail up here. She had turtleneck, of course. Every character designed in the year 2022 had to have a turtleneck. Crucial. Because I didn't like drawing necks. But it was a sleeveless turtleneck. Very important detail. Yeah, I do. Her little uh she had hella freckles. Like, we're getting the particle brush out for this one. She had hella freckles. She's really pale, and she's got hella freckles, and I love her. Oh, Chris! There she is! And now I'm seeing her with the freckles. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Ow. Oh, this dude. This was one of my most listened to songs the year it came out. From the fucking Legend of Vox Machina Season 1 soundtrack. I was so excited for this show. I'm still excited about this show. I don't know why I'm talking in past tense. I need the next season now. Okay, actually that's not true. 99 first. I Y'all are so lucky. I have not had more of an opportunity to geek out about Critical Role on this stream. I am insufferable about them. I'm sorry. I love Crit Role so bad. I'm gonna skip this though. What is this song? Oh, this is the most 2022 song I've ever heard. Let's listen in. The fuck? What is this song? What the fuck is this song? This song sucks. I told you I've always been on Linkin Park. I told you. I told you. Since a wee babe, bro, I've been on this. Dude, it's Grizz. Ever you still here? Look! My white baby! I mean, my keyboard. Should have done that before. I am a little. What I want you. What I want you. Yeah, when I say pale, I mean like deathly. Like Snow White. I can't fail the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't tell. Back on. Do we count for this little walk down memory lane? Should we count non 5e characters? Because I've played a lot of like non 5e tabletop. I feel like we do. Actually, I'm in charge. I say we do. I forget. I run the show. I get to decide what happens. Yay! I love streaming. Way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be more time. Don't turn your back on me. I won't. Word. Dude, so far this playlist isn't that bad, and that's like scaring me. Because either that means something really bad is about to play, or that my music taste actually hasn't changed since I was 14 years old, and I don't like that idea very much. I won't tell. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be what I can. The way I won't be ignored. Time won't tell. I won't be. Yeah, we're back to the very 2022 sounding songs. Oh man. Ooh. Okay, I don't hate this one. I do remember this one. First time chat. Possum. Wow, cute. Thank you very much. And also welcome in. Hello. Hi. I'm currently drawing my old D&D characters, having like a little walk to memory lane. 2022, that was like 10 years ago. Yeah, it really does feel like it, doesn't it? Oh man. Because I started streaming like, oh man, I don't know what to draw today. And then my buddy was like, "Oh, you should draw your first D&D character." And I was like, "I should just draw all my D&D characters. I should be stream." Because I've played a lot of D&D. I say D&D, uh, but I mean like mostly tabletop. Be someone who reuses your characters? Never, not once, ever. Well, I've never reused a character for a different campaign or one shot. I make a brand new character every time. I think the only character I've like carried over to something else is a looks around nervously, a Naruto OC that I'm adding to like extracting all the Naruto stuff from her. I'm using that shell of that character in a different thing. Uh I almost did Daggerheart. I almost ran Daggerheart one shot and it fell through. I want to play Pathfinder. I play a lot of masks. If you're familiar with the superhero system. Um, and then a lot of homebrew. It's mainly a lot of homebrew. Basically just 5e, but then just like reflavored into different like franchises and stuff. But 5e is like my bread and butter. I love 5e. That's what I started with. That's what I'm still playing with. I do really want to check out Pathfinder though. I just haven't had a chance to. It does look really fun though. But yeah, just mainly homebrew, which is fun. Also, the playlist we're listening to is the actual character playlist I made for this character years ago. So we're gonna see. It's not bad so far. Pathfinder 1E is way more crunchy and 2E is more light. I've heard, yeah. No, I don't know which version I play because I have friends who have played it and are very like familiar with it. It's just a matter of like getting them in a call and being like, okay, how'd this work? How'd that work? Falls into the stream. Hi, Blood Moon. Don't freaking fall. That's dangerous and scary, and you're scaring me. That's freaking scary. Don't freaking fall, bro. Thank you very much. Dude, This album's good. I freaking fallen, man. Get the freak up, bro. Madea. I'm trying to figure out who I'd be drawing next, like chronologically. Because I think. Is it Astrid? Might be. Oh god. How many characters have you played? Um, because this is number one. This is my first one. This is Grizz. She's a rock gnome ranger, and I think after that was Astrid, and then I think I got into the Naruto 5e system. So that's Shizue, Asahi, and Ko. There's Nico, who is a 5e monk. I'm about to play a halfling rogue named Pavlova, so there's six. Um, and then there's a lot of one-shot characters I had planned and then I didn't use, so I'm not counting those. Oh, there's Hanako, who is my mask character, so that's seven. Um, yeah, we're doing D&D talk stream. It's finally happening. Uh, I'm thinking, because I know there's so many more. Oh, Val, who's another mask character, who was a moth alien girl. Uh, and then oh, one-shot character named Birdie, who is a pirate tiefling sorcerer. That's nine. Because I've been playing since 2020 or 2021. Sorry, I've been playing that long. Uh, and then there's like various one-shot characters that I can't remember. Oh, epithet a race character named Ferris Wheeler, whose epithet was, I think it was like joke or something. So that's 10. I know there's more. I'm like looking around my room for anything I might have. I know there's a One Piece character in there. Oh, what was his name? Chi-Chi, who was a little robot guy. That's 11. Um, I'm like hitting like the greats right now. Do you have that chart you showed me? Do I still have that chart? So far we're at 11. We're at 11. Let me see if I can find this. What is this song? Oh, The Garden. Yeah, 2022 me new. Yeah, we're at 11 so far. Someone remember that for me. Where's this chart? I know I have it. Well, looking through my photos right now on my phone. Scanning. So many cat pictures. I love my cats. I already said Astrid. That was the second one I said. Cats are awesome. I love our cats. Oh, homebrew one shot based off Greek mythology, Artemis, or child of Artemis named Catha. That's 12. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Um, oh, I didn't get to play this character. That doesn't count. I just got really attached to them. I'm searching. I'm searching. That might be all of the big ones, or the ones that I've actually gotten to sit down and play as. Is that Grizz Rockface? Yeah, it is, Grady. Yup, we're doing a D&D character info dump stream. Walk in, bro. Mister has been there every time I play D&D. I think that's it. I think that's all 12. Like, big ones. Can't find this chart, though. Here, let me write all these down on the side. Oh, also, I missed it. Possum, thank you for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, let me write all these down. So we've got Grizz, Astrid, Shizue, Asahi, Ko, Nico, Pavlova. This isn't in order, also. I'm gonna count Pavlova because I'm going to play her. Like, her campaign starts this month. Hanako. Oh! Hoshino! Chainsaw Man character. Ferris. Um, uh, Val. Chi-Chi. Birdie, funnily enough, so Birdie, for those who have been here, is also the name of my cat, completely unrelated. My parents named him, and I was like, all right, dude, I forgot how good this song is. Oh my god, I haven't heard this song in so long. Oh my god. Thanks, mom and dad. No, it's funny because both of our cats, I say our as in me and Bloodman, that's my younger sister. Um, Both of our cats share names with just things I know. So there's Birdie, who, as I said, shares the name with a one-shot character, and then there's Penelope. I'm a giant Snapcube fan, and my dad was like, "Let's name her Penelope," and I was like, "Yeah, let's name her Penelope." Oh, they're gonna think I'm a loser. Miss Penny Snapcube, my goat. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Um, Grady, are you still here? Am I missing anybody? Because this feels like all the big ones. Because you're willing to try out systems. Can I sell you on a free tabletop system? West. I don't know that. I thought you were gonna say Lancer, and I was gonna be like, everyone keeps telling me to try Lancer. But no, I don't know Quest. What that? It's also free, so my ears are perked up like a dog. I must link? Yeah, sure. It shouldn't auto mod. And if it does, I can just clear it. This isn't gonna be like a bomb, right? I see www.game. Okay, I trust this. Click. Ooh, wait, this looks cool. Oh, Grady, oh, Dungeon Master, rings my bell. I have new toys for you. Just put in a fake email address and download the whole game. Freaking awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna read this after stream. I love new systems. Also, yeah, second Oh Hello song on this playlist. Get used to that. There's gonna be a lot of them on all of these up until like the past year and a half. I think that's everybody. Because Grizz is 5e. Astrid was 5e. These three are Naruto characters because I got sucked into that system for so long. 5e, 5e, masks, homebrew, epithet, sorry. Val is masks. Chi-Chi was homebrew, and Birdie was 5e. D20 system way more streamlined. I love a D20 system. Ooh. Is it like structured like D&D, or is it more freeform? Like what's the like character building like? Give me a rundown. And then I'm gonna like deep dive it after stream. I love reading, yay! Alright, that's our list. If I forget somebody, and then Katha, who's also homebrew. Good lord, I've played so many characters. This stuff is awesome. True. Let's see. Bow, 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 bow. Notice your updated, remember, bro. Start remembering right now. My updated what? What I do? What happened? Take basic things about your character from a list and pick a class and then have simple but broken sounding skills. Oh! Here's the big question. Is it RP or combat focused? That's the make or break, because I'm an RP first, combat second kind of player. I'm here to storytell. Not that combat cannot tell a story. Use your words, bro. I don't want to listen to this song. Just freaking screaming. Okay. Young the Giant, I trust. Whales. Also, is my 7 TV working? Let me test something. Okay, it's working. Okay, cool. For some reason I couldn't get it to pop up on my end. Oh, it's this song. Yeah. When did I add this song? This is have to be like near the end of this character's life. Yeah, August 22. Man. Oh, Grizz. Oh, Grizz. That isn't a normal on PNG. Oh, yeah, the model. You've seen it. You haven't missed that many streams. You've seen the model. And I'll say it's PNG or Fuji is the correct term for a reactionary image that goes off of your microphone. You're learning. You're learning, bro. I can't believe I'm drawing Grizz in 2025. This is crazy. Like, how did that happen? Where's Ev? You did this, bro. I would say more combat focused just off of the skills you get, but everything is simplified to D20 without modifiers. Okay. I'm cool with that. As long as progression isn't purely combat focused. Well, okay, that's not fair because that's how D&D works. That's the wrong way of wording it. So, yeah, it's much lighter. But but that's just like straight up white. Yeah, that's closer. So freaking pale, bro. Christmas. Now, should I? Because I'm also doing this from memory. But I drew this character so much in high school that I don't think I could forget how to draw her. So should I like? Because with Astrid, who we're drawing next, I changed her design like 5 times. So we'll see what happens. There's something about her, I can never draw her right. I designed her and I can't even draw her right. And for Scar, like this color, yeah. I'm a young man after all. I mean, extreme number squish. Okay. I'm listening. I'm enticed. I'm intrigued. See, yeah, because I can't do my normal eye color with her. So I like making eyes a little bit more yellow. And her eyes, I remember, were a dark brown leaning towards like a red hue. Or that was very important. I'm gonna darken this liner color. Have. Oh, ouch! Ouch! Ooh! Ooh, ouch! Commoners have 2 HP, 1 attack. Minions have 4 HP, 2 attack. Oh, okay. So it's all got it. I'm understanding now. I like that. I like when stuff DM side is like a little more simplified. Because I love D&D. There's a reason I only run D&D once a year, if at all. I can't wrap my head around like CR and like all of it. Yeah, Freefall Jump Scare, actually. I do love this song. Like, bad. Keep about your wits. With. No one. It's a really good song. It's a really good band. Freefall. I've been calling this late. I feel like I am gonna add, I think, little things to the designs. Now that time has passed and I have like different design principles now, and I'm like much older. Do I want to do that? Or is that too much? Honestly, no, I think that's too much. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Leave it as accurate as I can. Then I remember she had a dark red sleeveless sweater. Or sleeveless turtleneck, I should say. Alright, what's next? What's about to jump scare us? Because we're learning that this playlist is quite sad. Oh! Gulps. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's freaking gay, bro. It's gay. Yeah. This is in case you couldn't tell by the everything about her, yeah, this is a freaking lesbian, bro. Look at her. Ah. Oh, Grizz. Grizz, Grizz, Grizz. God, I love this song. It's so like it's the kind of song that takes me back to 14, but like in a good way somehow. Just Dodie in general. Dude, where is she? It's radiating off of her, actually. Dude, as like as all in all of her first D&D characterness, if I hadn't played Grizz, none of the characters I played after her would have existed. And I don't even mean like in a, oh, if I hadn't played D&D. I mean if I played a character that wasn't Grizz my first time playing D&D, all of the characters I've played that I adore wouldn't exist. Like she is the freaking matriarch, bro. Polaroid picture. Or she had gold piercing. She's a gold and red character. She's someone who was floating around in your brain for a while? I don't. I think. I really don't remember how I came up with her. Because I played her. Yeah, this was years ago. I'm trying to think. Because the bases we were given were just, it's 5e. Just, you're starting at level 1. Just make a character. And I was like, okay. What was I into at the time? I know I was really into Demon Slayer, which influenced her like motivation to join the party. Um, because it was like she was looking for her missing mom and brother, because she was like kind of like the money maker of the house, and so she would leave at a time to get money, and she came back and everyone was missing. Kind of like in Demon Slayer in the first episode where Tanjiro leaves to get coal and he comes back and his entire family is dead. But Grizz's family was like alive, just not there. And she was like, "What the fuck? What happened?" What else was I into? I had been watching a lot of Dimension 20, Fantasy High, and I think I had just gotten into the Mighty Nine. So this was like back when this was like I was just getting into D&D and figuring out like everything. I'm trying to think of what I was into before that. You need to finish that actually? You do. It's so good. Um, I don't know. I'm really trying to remember because I want to like I want to remember. Oh, we're not listening to this song. We're not listening to this song. We're not listening to this song. Nope. Nope. We're gonna pretend that wasn't even there. Fuck that. Yikes. Anyways, uh, what? What inspired her? Why did I make her? I don't know. I think I just like it just hit me. Or oh, I think I was also really into God of War. Yeah, that or no, is that Astrid? Well, no, it was both of them because they're both like mountain, like Mystic Mountain kind of characters. I'm gonna say Demon Slayer inspired her, and I'll get back to you on it because I'm really gonna think about this. But no, I think I just sat down with some buddies. Yeah, I love God of War. We have God of War Ragnarok. We have it. I love that game. But I think I just like sat down in a call with some buddies and I was like, I think I want to play this kind of character, but I just don't remember what I said to describe this kind of character. I knew I wanted her to be mean, and I wanted her to be a ranger, and I wanted her to be from the mountains, and I wanted her to be looking for her missing family. And I don't know, I guess it just kind of happened. I'm not really trying too hard with the rendering. I know for my other characters, I can cite pretty clear inspirations for. Yeah, let me add light to her eyes so she doesn't look scary. Do that here. Yeah, that's freaking Grizz. Her hair's too light. Actually, no, yeah, it is. It's a lot darker. Yeah, there we go. I think we're drawing Astrid next, who that'll be fun, and you'll figure out why, like, immediately, because I'm gonna have to relearn how to draw her. It's been so long. Because Grizz, despite it being over like 3-ish years, coming up on 4 since I've played her, she had a relatively simple design, because I think I designed her in Hero Forge first. Are you getting to all your characters today, or just giving the niche ones some love? I don't know. It kind of depends. I think I'm just gonna hit the ones that I think I could draw. I do want to draw Astrid, but I don't think it'll be a full thing like this. Grady, did I get everybody on this list? Grizz, Astrid, Shizue, Asahiko, Nico, Pavlova, Hanako, Oshino, Ferris, Val, Chi-Chi, Birdie, and Katha. This feels like everybody, excluding, like, some one-shots. Yeah. That feels like all the big ones. Okay, there we go. Everyone you've played? Or everyone you've known? I think everyone I've played. Like, not counting NPCs I've done for stuff. Yeah, because if I did all of the characters I've made for one shots that didn't happen, this would be a 12-hour stream. Or I just like wouldn't do anything. That'd be too many. There's too many of them. So yeah, fake fan. I have this song on the playlist. I've never watched Big Top Burger. Filling my travel palette traditional haunts me every day. Yay! Now you get to eat paint. Grizz. Who next? I think Astrid next. This'll be something. So, this was the next 5e character I played. Let's go find her playlist. Oh yeah, this'll be fun. Search. Astrid. There she is. Astrid Solheim. A Furbolg Horizon Walker Ranger. So another Ranger. I like Ranger. This is gonna be such a different vibe. Get ready. I eat the leftovers. I ran out of small pans, so I only have enough for a third of my colors. Oh, that sucks. But yummy leftovers. At least it's done. You're free. Alright. I think I do the redesign. So, Astrid's a Furbolg. If you're not familiar with more niche 5e races, a Furbolg is basically, it didn't start this way, but it kind of became this. I'll describe it as such. A cow folk, kind of, or like a bovine-esque folk, but not to be confused with the Minotaur. They are not Minotaur. They started more like just kind of general troll-like, but kind of like, squashed nose, wider faces, fur, tail, no, not a tail. But then a version of them being more bovine-like was popularized by Critical Role with the character Caduceus Clay, who is my favorite Critical Role character of all time. My goat Caduceus Clay. And now it's just kind of the general accepted thing that they are cow people. So they have tails, they have the like cow nose. Yeah, just kind of big swamp people originally. Yeah, like kind of akin to bugbears if you know that. But then they just kind of turned into cows. So Astrid, me being at this point a huge Crit Role fan, even more than I am now, um, I made her a Highland cow. So she is big, she is fluffy, and she is so southern. Because Grizz did not have an accent. I just kind of played her with my voice, but I was just kind of being mean and like sarcastic. Astrid, I gave a very, very southern accent because it's like one of three accents I can actually do. Let's see. This. Astrid voice right now. No, well, no, you put me on the spot, man. Put me on the freaking spot, man. Why did I make her nose? I didn't make it that wide. Big cow lady. Twitter's gonna love this. Oh, yeah, I can tell you what inspired Astrid. You're listening to it. Uh, I made her around the same time I got Red Dead Redemption 2 for the first time. Or no, that's not true. Is it? When did I get my PC? Was it 23? When is this playlist made? Let's go look. Yeah, 23. Yeah, so this would have been the year because I got it for my birthday. So, or was it end of 20? I don't know. I liked Red Dead when I made her, and I got even more into God of War. So she is like the tone of or, like the characteristics of Red Dead Redemption 2. So like a lot of stuff about like honor and family and being Southern. While her story revolved more around the themes of God of War. So like honor, family, giant magic, stuff like that. So Astrid, her shtick is prior to her campaign starting, she lived in the mountains. I promise that theme won't happen again, I think. Um, she lived in the mountains. She was in a part of a huge family, huge mining family. Her father was a miner, coal miner. And she was I think, oldest daughter of like 8 kids, and she was the third oldest overall. So she was basically second mom, like to the extreme. She had 2 older brothers and then a bunch of younger brothers and sisters. And when she was old enough, well, no, when she was growing up, her father, because furbolgs are inherently fey creatures. They descend from fey giants, or fey and giants. Sorry. So growing up, I think mother would tell her all of these stories about like the Feywild, like kind of like classic like storybook, like oh if you don't eat your dinner, like Feywild Jones is gonna come and get you, like stuff like that. So, and it was always kind of followed with, and no matter what, be very grateful that you're not there and that we're here in the material realm or whatever it was called, like the greater realm. And then as a kid, she was like, I want to go there so bad. I want to be there really bad right now. So that kind of became like her biggest dream was to find and live in the Fae. So when she turned 18, because Firbolgs have the same aging conventions as humans, or at least when they're growing up and then they live longer, like elves. When she turned 18, she left home. She was like, I'm gonna go figure out my shit and who I want to be. And her family was like, okay, have fun. We'll miss you. We love you. Her family was awesome. And she ended up joining a mercenary guild. And when she joined that guild, it kind of worked like an honor system. So it wasn't like it was just whoever had been there the longest kind of led groups. And she met this guy her age named Silas, who was a hobgoblin. Um, and she was assigned to his group, and they fell in love. They fell in love because it was like one of their first missions. Took the like the Night Watch because I think they were staking out a caravan with like a wanted criminal. So they're like, all right, we're gonna stake out. I'll take night shift, and then if we see the carriage go by, we'll attack and we'll get the bounty. Sal was like, all right, I'll take first watch. I'll keep an eye out with the intention of just staying up and doing it himself. Because he was a freaking Billy badass. And Astrid, it was her first like mission, so she couldn't sleep. So she was like, "Oh, I'll just go join him. I'll go keep him company, because that's what people want when they're trying to do a stakeout. Because she's just, big and kind. Not stupid, but just very kind. She was actually very smart. Um, so she ended up joining him in the stakeout, and he's not having any of it. He's like, all right, it's yeah, it's fine, whatever, yeah. And then she mentions the Feywild, being like, I never thought, wanting to go to the Fey would bring me here. And he's like, the Feywild. And they both realize that they both have an equal love for the Feywild, where Astrid is interested in like the botanical of it, the botanical side of it, like the ecosystem, like all of the animals and fauna, or fern and fauna and stuff. While Silas was interested in the politics, the Seelie and Unseelie court, and they just kind of hit it off after that. And after a couple of years, they ended up both leaving the Mercenary Guild, and they went to go find the Feywild, and they succeeded, and they just got to live in the Fey. And then they got married, and it was awesome. They had a little cottage in the middle of like this Feywild like bog, and they just lived happily. And then one day they got ambushed, and Astrid was sent through a portal and she ended up in this town square, and that's how the campaign started. Like, it was four of us playing, so the three other characters were introduced one by one, and like a little like window into what they're doing. So it's like, oh, you're working at like you're like your monastery, you're like walking into the town trying to find a church. Oh, you're walking around, you're looking for your kid. It's like, oh, you're working at like, oh, he worked for like a inventor or something. And it's like, Astrid, you get flung through this giant portal and you're in the middle of this town square and everything's going wrong. Roll for initiative, and it's just me introducing myself during combat. It's like, hi, Sesame, y'all. Hi, I'm Astrid. Hi, so sorry. I didn't mean, this wasn't me, right? I didn't do that. All right, my bad. Okay, all right. It was just that. She was fucking awesome. I love Astrid so bad. So, and sadly, that campaign also only lasted for like a session because of reasons. Um, so I still don't know what would have happened to her. I don't know. To an extent, I know that like her Silas was kidnapped and he was gonna be like almost brainwashed, and I would have found him. That's all I really know. It's her eyes that always get me. Or do I just got it today? Oh, I just got it today. Oh, I just freaking got it today. They could live happily in a cabin, I say with joys. I was then shot 57 times. Yeah, pretty much. Astrid's freaking awesome. She rules. I'm gonna say that about all my characters. I love all of my characters, man. I don't care. I like the things I make. Oh, your face is not even. Oh, baby girl, your face is not even. Oh, pardon. Fix that. There we go. There we go. Was then shot 57 times. There we go. Cool. No scar. No scars are cool and very underrated scar design. Been so nostalgic for my old D&D and OC after starting to catch up on God Game Tabletop RPG. It's too late for me. It's never too late, Twin. Twin, it's never too late. Freaking D&D forever. Play it every day of your life. It's so worth. I love D&D. This is like one of those things where it started as a hyperfixation, but I don't think I could ever not like it. You know? Because it just became a general interest, and then I like started liking other things, but I didn't move on from it. Like I just love D&D so bad. It is my favorite, because obviously drawing is a hobby, but since I do it professionally, I don't like calling it my hobby. It is my greatest passion. But D&D is my favorite hobby. That is like my favorite thing to do. Because it's just a combination of all of the things I like. I like character design, I like storytelling, I like hanging out with my friends, I like playing. So it's just like the ultimate thing to do ever. How the freak do I draw her ears? This is the thing I can never like settle on. Oh, like that, bro. Which my friends, longtime OCs, all started from various campaigns, so half of them just get transferred to other games. That's real. I've only done that once with a character. And it was from character for tabletop to character for writing thing. Do I? I do. Hold on, let me go find her. Let's see if I can find her in my files. Or no, we're about to draw her next. I'll hold on to that, because we're drawing her next, my baby girl. I've never been a character transfer guy kind of guy, but there are some I wish I could have done more with. Evandar! Oh, Evandar! Evandar, 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 Evandar. It's the same name, but different. Evandar, Evandar. I can't remember right now. It's Evandar, Evandar. Help. Help me. Help. I'm drowning. Help. Also, oh, what was his name? What was his name? What was his name? Netherdeep character. Why can I not remember character names right now? What's happening? I need all the characters I've played in my brain to scoot over so I can remember Grady characters. Edamir Desali! Oh, we're talking about Edamir Grady. So, okay. A year or so ago, or no longer, I decided I wanted to run a Netherdeep campaign. Uh, if you're not familiar, Netherdeep is a campaign book written in the Critical Role canon. It takes place in Exandria, which is the world of Critical Role. It takes place in between Campaign 2 and Campaign 3, um, which is like my favorite chunk of time in Crit Role. And I was like, I want to run this really bad. I'm gonna get a group together and we're gonna run it. And Grady's character was a Drow Echo Knight named Edamir Desali, who, Grady, am I allowed to explain how he worked? Do I have your permission? Because I think it's the coolest shit ever. Or are you holding on to him? Because I think out of all of your characters, that's the one you have to reuse someday. You get into his deal, no one who played another Deep 2 is here. That's very true. Because one day I'll run it again. I'm gonna run it back one day. So Edamir, if you're not familiar, Echo Knight is a fighter subclass that basically it it's pretty self-explanatory. You just summon an echo of yourself to fight alongside you. And the way we explained it for Edamir is that his echo, while usually in the crit role canon, because this was a subclass made for crit role, it's explained that it is usually just like an isn't it oh, how does it explain? Also, my voice is already going. Jeez. I haven't even opened my soda. Good lord. Yum. Oh my god, Tally Hall on this playlist. That's very telling of the time. I remind myself of how actual Echo Knights work before I explained how Edamir worked. After this explanation, I might take a bathroom break. Echo Knight Crit Role Wiki. I don't want to know how it works mechanically. I want to know how it works lore-wise. La 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 la. Okay, so yeah, Echo Knights, it's their echo is a duplicate of themselves from like a different timeline. Because in Critical Role, the place where Echo Knights are from, the freaking Xhorhas, what's the name of the kingdom? Why am I forgetting everything? Yeah, the Kryn Dynasty, which was like one of the big. They started out as like the big bad kingdom, and then it turned out they were actually kind of chill and just kind of wanted their stuff back. Okay, well, not chill, but you know, it was one of those like they're both evil things. So they have access to Dunamancy, which is time magic. So basically, people who were high ranking in the Kryn Dynasty could basically be reincarnated. So people who were Echo Knights kind of drew upon those past lives or like possible other lives to fight alongside. But with Edamir, um, that's not how it worked for him. His echo was it it did not take the form of him exactly. It was very similar, but it was the still conscious soul of a wizard who had reincarnated into Edemir's twin brother who died in the womb. So it was the idea that it's called being consecuted, by the way. The process of being reincarnated or being able to be reincarnated is being consecuted. So Edemir's brother was consecuted, like he was going to be reborn into this wizard. Edemir was not. So when that twin died in the womb, that consecuted soul went into Edemir when it wasn't supposed to. So he hears him in his head. So that means during the 3 sessions this campaign lasted, I just got to DM Grady shit. Yeah, Grady, please reuse Edemir. Please. Just in anything. I'm begging you. He is literally like he's up there with Alias, bro. And Alias is dude, I can't even get to Alias right now. We'll talk about Alias when we draw Nico. We will get to Alias, trust. Believe you me. It's back to Astrid. Character I'm supposed to be drawing right now. God Ghost. Freaking ears, bro. Yeah, so Astrid, I kind of wanted her whole story to. How long you planning to stream? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go until I don't want to anymore. So that could be another 30 minutes, that could be another hour. Um, so obviously a big part of Astrid is that she was just completely separated from her husband, who was the person she has spent every day with for the past how many years, with no way of knowing where he is or if he's even alive. And now she is surrounded by a bunch of people in distress who have been given a task. So her whole shtick was, I'm gonna help these people because they need the help, and I'm not gonna tell them what happened because I don't want to get them involved. Like, it is not their problem. I'm not gonna put my baggage onto them. But then it would be the thing of she eventually cracks because people start to catch on to her being like, hey, obviously you're looking for something. What are you looking for? Like, what's your motive? And then it would be like suspicion would rise against her. Like, okay, well, what's your motive here? And it would be like, hey, so my husband's like fully super missing. I don't know where he went, and he might be dead. So, oops. And then it'd be like, hey, girl, we'll help. And she's like, really? Like, yeah, we'll help. And eventually we would have found him, but we didn't get to. I think out of all of my characters, Astrid is the one I'd be willing to replay. Just because I have like so much in my head for her that I didn't get to do. Here. I gave her funny horns. Eh, Henry. We're gonna find him all tweaked out and cursed. Oh. I think I might put a little Silas doodle next to this. Because I really like his design. Oh, goodness. Hair was just. Oh, how did I draw her hair? I'm remembering. Like she had this little, or not little, she had this huge, like front curly bang. Like a big poof, like that. She had this happening to there. And then she had big braids that went down the side of her head, puffed at the bottom. Like this. Little part to like big poof that kind of covered up where the horns grow from. This is a pattern you'll notice. All of my characters either have really short hair or hair that's been tied up because I don't draw long hair often. I find it difficult. Looks at my model. I find it really difficult to draw long hair. Big freaking ponytail. Oh my god, it's Astrid. Ah, it's Astrid. Yeah, her little shtick is that, like combat wise, she was a Horizon Walker Ranger, which means she could teleport. She had little like fey portals she could open and step through and teleport with. And she also had a really cool scimitar. And she fought she would fight alongside Silas. So she had a scimitar and he had a longsword. And when she was pushed through the portal and separated from him, his longsword went through with her. So she was just kind of carrying around his sword for the beginning of the campaign. And everyone was like, "Why don't you fight with the longsword?" And she was like, it's for decoration. I don't know, like not wanting to tell them it's just not her sword and she doesn't want to use it. I forgot the coolest part. Okay, so so Silas was an Eldritch Knight, right? An Eldritch Knight fighter. So she's basically a fighter, but you can do wizard shit sometimes. So a big thing about Silas's sword going through the portal with Astrid is that Silas would try to communicate with her through the sword, like by shaking it, and that was gonna be a whole thing. Like she could feel his presence through the sword, and that's how she figured out that he was like still alive, but she was trying to figure out where he was through the sword. God, it would have been great. I don't remember her outfit, so I'm just gonna do a headshot. Oh, I don't know. Work so hard to build a little house. Matter. Slightly mistaken. Oh, what am I misremembering? Or was it like a plan we had? Not that he was trying to communicate. Eldritch Knights can make a weapon bond and some other. Oh, right! He was trying to summon it! Oh, right! I forgot. That's worse. That's just worse. Every time it shook, it was Silas trying to resummon his sword, but it wouldn't work because he was stuck in the Feywild! For context, Grady ran the campaign. Oh, Silas. Sometimes I mourn Silas like an actual widow. The moment you re-entered the Feywild, the sword's gonna poof out of your inventory inexplicably. Bro, I'm gonna kill you. Grady, if Pavlova dies, should I just play Astrid? Is that what I do? To cope? Is that the plan? Instead of adding to the list of characters I'll never play? Do I bring her out? Or her wedding ring? Oh, Astrid. Could be a move. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I don't want Pavlova to die. Don't take this as kill Pavlova, because that's my baby girl. Um, but if, God forbid, she kicks it or she like isn't in the story for a while. Oh no, yeah, it'd be very easy to like realign cuz I mean there's already a mountain area. She could just be from there. Like I think she would fit in a lot easier than you're expecting. Add color to this one. Brush easily. Astrid. Oh baby girl. Astrid. Oh, I love her. Very bad. Canvas larger. Really. Oh, let me actually draw a little Silas next. Yeah, so their like relationship dichotomy is that Astrid was like a very social, like, kind of like a butterfly of a person, like being like very kind to everybody, being very curious about what everyone's up to, being very giving and gracious and sweet. Uh, while Silas, while not like cruel at all, was definitely like he kept to himself a lot more. But if you started talking to him about like something he was interested in, he'd be like, "Oh yes, yeah, right." Because he would have had like a kind of rougher British accent, like think like Cockney or Scouse, while Asher was very very Southern. So it was just like two really strong accents, which I thought was cute. Oh, man, do I remember all of his scars? He had tiny, tiny tusks, really good beak. Head. He had, or he had one here. Isn't it? No, I gotta pull up a picture for him. because I was very intentional with this scar placement. I just can't remember it. I passed him earlier in my phone. Uh. Where is that blue boy? There he is. So bad. What? Who said that? Had like kind of a nose scar that kind of went through the eyebrow. Had this little scar right here. Smaller one kind of cutting through the beard. Down here. Small one right here. Uh, hair. He was partially his hair I know was inspired by Dev Patel, kind of, in its shape. It's not as curly. But he was also just very inspired, just like by the vibes of the Green Knight. Is that the name of the movie? Or am I thinking of the Dimension 20 bit? He was also inspired by A Court of Fame Flowers, which is a Dimension 20 campaign. Dude, I love Silas. There we go. There he is. He had a cool white streak through his hair right here. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Edit canvas size. The width. That much more. Alright. It's time. We're drawing Goat. So, this is the first character we're drawing that is not a D&D 5e character. Go find her playlist. So, and y'all are gonna have to bear with me on this one. We are about to draw, uh, huh. Hey, yeah, so we're drawing a Naruto. See you next. Yeah, no, I actually tricked you all. So, Shizue Nara is the coolest girl in the world. Let's start there. She is from the Nara clan, which, if you're not familiar, can use the shadow possession jutsu, where basically they extend their own shadow to yours, and then you mirror their movements. She was also very proficient in the beast imitating art technique, which is basically you take a scroll, right? Open it, you draw something, and then it exists. It's usually a lot cooler than this, but then it exists. Uh, let's see. Oh. Now here's the thing. She has a similar issue to Astrid where I don't know which version of her to draw. Cause she had like she didn't go through like redesigns per se, but she just kind of grew up over the course of the campaign. Because this campaign did not last for 3 sessions. It actually lasted a really long time. Like, what? Was it like a year? How long was it? It feels like it was a lifetime. Um, and we ended up leaving for a multitude of reasons, but so sadly we didn't get to see her ending either. That's the thing with all these characters, none of them have a resolution, and it bums me out really bad, but we're gonna break that pattern. Uh, which version of her do I draw? Or maybe do I, because I drew her recently, do we skip her and just do 5e characters? I'm down for that. I might just do that. Because Shizue Nara, uh, doesn't exist. Well, no, she still exists, but she's not a Naruto character anymore. I turned her into a character for a comic I'm working on. Let me make sure I pull up a version of this that doesn't spoil anything crazy. Because she's not like a main character, but I want her to be somewhat prominent. So let me see if I can find a good. Oh, jeez. My car seat headrest. I'm looking for this cropped version. Doesn't have any important writings on it. Still haven't been told behind the scenes of the comic? Ask! You gotta catch me at a good time, bro. Or just like walk into my room and be like, hey, what's the comic about? I'll tell you. Um, the freak is she? Just look it up. It's PC. Alright, looks like I gotta scroll through Discord to find it. Let me share this, and then I'm gonna take a restroom break. Let me scroll one moment, chat room. Oh, here's just a sketch version. I'll share this. Are you ready to see the coolest girl ever? Isn't she so cool? I love her so bad. I love her so bad. So she basically looks the same. I just made her like a 40-year-old woman. Cause the thing with the 3 Naruto campaigns I was in, it was like the first one was just it was a lot of different people playing in different groups of 3. And we were like starting out as Genin. And then the second campaign, it was like our our because the DM of the second campaign was also in the first campaign, and then he decided to run his own version of it that took place in an alternate timeline. So our characters still existed, but they were older. So Shizue in that campaign existed as an NPC who was like a very high-ranking Jonin. And then the third time we did it, it was someone else from the first campaign deciding to run it their own way, and she was the Hokage that time, which is basically the ninja president. And those were all definitely interpretations of the character, I'll say that much. But now in my comic I'm working on, she's a scientist. Because her biggest, like, factor is that she was a fucking genius. I made that character level 1, she had a 20 intelligence. She managed to go over the 20 cap, like, at the age of, like, 15. She was a genius, and I'm keeping her that way because I love her so bad. She was literally the coolest girl ever, and I can't even begin to explain why she's cool because it's not gonna make any sense. So that's all you get of her. You'll see her again one day. I promise. I pinky promise you will see her again one day. Let's take a bathroom break. Let's see. She's a way hot girl Nara, the greatest of all time. Genuinely, yes. That is what we call her. She's a way hot girl Nara. I kind of want to add. Here's something funny I could do. do this. Yeah. All right. Enjoy the music chat room. Let's see. Oh, you got some good stuff coming up. I will be back in a moment. Let me hide myself. All right. Oh wait, I gotta find it. Hold on. Wait. Being funny. Like, all right, chat. I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Alright, who are we drawing next? What's the vibe? What's the energy? Let's see. Let's refer to the list. So we did Grizz, did Astrid. We're not doing Shizue. Sadly, I don't think we do Pavlova or Nico because I already draw them all the time. Y'all know those characters, and if you don't, I will gladly show you them. Um, hmm. Do you want? I mean, I can. Let me pull up some art so y'all can see. So, just going off of 5e characters, there's only the 4 that I've played in campaigns. So obviously Grizz was number 1, and then it was Astrid, and then the third 5e campaign I joined, I got to play Nico, who, if you've been here for more than like a day, you know who this is, because I talk about her all the time. Well, maybe not, because I have been talking about Pavlova a lot more recently. Let me find a good picture of her. I feel like I always use the same picture for Nico, which is this sketch I made like forever ago, like beginning. Okay, so don't mind him. We'll get to him. So this is Nico. She is as you can see, a half-orc monk. Well, this is inaccurate. This is not how she looked during the campaign. Let me find a drawing of her from the campaign. Let's see. Let's see. God, am I gonna pull up old art? I better be so grateful I'm doing this. Uh, 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 uh. Looking for something good. Show. This'll work. I'll use her token. So this is Nico. Old art style. Ignore how I used to draw noses. Um, she's a half-orc monk, and if you're curious, the other half is Fire Genasi. She's a Fire Genasi orc. Or half Fire Genasi, half orc, I should say. She is a monk, a Cobalt Soul monk, which is a subclass from Critical Role. She only started out with this scar, this lip scar, because as a kid she tried to pop out her tusks. It didn't work, because tusks are bone, they're not teeth. They are from the skull. You cannot pop those out. There's like nerves and shit in those. And this scar is from the campaign itself. This is her second design. Because she started out with only darker roots. Bleached hair, it was lighter or shorter, like this. And she had more of like a uniform on. Let me see if I can find that. Or is that gonna have to be a Twitter moment or a Blue Sky moment? Yes. Actually, no. I think I'd have. Well, no, I don't think I'd have old Nico Water on Twitter. Actually, yes, I would. Let's go look. Oh, Chrome. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Or let's listen to She's Away playlist. Let's put on the Nico playlist. Yup, it's been a minute. This playlist, every song on this playlist, or no, every song on my Spotify Wrapped last year was from this playlist. Because I played her last year. Let's play this shit. What's the first song gonna be? That's not it. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Yeah, this album came out when the campaign started, this is her album. I don't even care if it like lyrically doesn't really fit her. This is her album. Let's see. I'm trying to find old art of her real quick. Scrolling through the Twitter box on the everything. Today. Oh, here we go. This'll do. Oh, this is a traditional sketch. This was her first design. Yeah, really old art style. This would have been late 23 is when I designed her. Because she was originally made for a one shot that was going to take place in Exandria. So she was like actually part of the Cobalt Soul. She was, in those places in Exandria. And then that one shot ended up not happening. And then I was invited to a long term homebrew 5e campaign. And I was like, hey, is it okay if I like use this character I made for something else and keep the subclass? And the DM was like, yeah, sure, we can just like turn it into a different monastery. So technically, she's a balance monk, is what we called it, or a justice monk or whatever. I don't remember, like a Hierophant monk. Hierophant monk is probably what I should call it. For the Budhitakama Monastery. So she grew up in a like a canyon in a mining village, and her dad passed away when she was young in a mining accident. And everyone in the village loved her dad. He was like guy about town, like everyone loved him. So when he died, Nika was like, someone must have had something against him. Like this can't just be an accident. It actually was. Like it was just really unfortunate. Like it was not like an assassination. So she already grew up with anger issues, and her dad passing away kind of set her off the edge to the point where her mother, who was just concerned for her well-being and just couldn't keep taking care of her because they were very poor, sent her to a monastery on the other end of the continent they lived on. So she went from Goran, which is where she lived, to Taroko, which was basically from mining village to like coastal city. So she joined the monastery and she was trained. She learned, like martial arts and meditation, and it really did help her mental a lot. And when she turned 18, she was told to go soul search and just help people she meets. And she kind of took it as a chance to really figure out what happened to her dad. And then she immediately fell into stuff connected to her dad, and it turns out her dad was turned into a dragon, and I never got to figure out what that meant because that campaign didn't get to finish, and I sadly don't talk to the DM anymore, which is unfortunate. So she went from this, bright eyed, kind of gruff, but like doing her best, like slim, buff, just in really good shape. And then she turned into this. So her scar, her eye scar, you may also be wondering what's up with her eye. I was looking at my screen when I did that. What's up with her eye? She was split in half by a demigod of darkness. She just right down the middle, and it almost killed her. But she lived because of relentless endurance, which is the half-orc racial feat you get, where if you're knocked to 0 hit points once per long rest, you can actually just be hit to 1 hit point. So she didn't die. Obviously, her eye was completely ruined, and it was replaced with a basilisk's eye. And a basilisk is a monster in D&D 5e that can turn people it can paralyze people by looking at them. So she could do that. So she could punch the truth out of people and paralyze them by looking at them. She is awesome. And when that campaign suddenly ended, I was so attached to her character and also Grady's character that I just kind of held on to them. And then that's how they became these. So this is 10 years after the end of that campaign, or at least like the ending Grady and I agreed on for just these two characters. So now she's 28, or because she was 18 in the original campaign. That has made her my age, because I was 18 when I played. And now she's 28. You know, she's removed the basilisk eye, you know, some new scars, you know, she's older. And she got these cool tattoos to memorialize the whip that she had that gave her ice powers, and also the oceans from Taroko that helped like save her basically. And on this side, she has a long like wrapping dragon tattoo in smoke clouds to represent her hometown in Taroko, the coal mines, and also her dad, who we decided she was able to track down and save and basically help pass on properly. So she got it in memorial for her dad. She loves her dad. And you may be wondering who this is. So, Grady, are you still here? Even if you're not, I'm about to geek out about your character, bro. I'm just hoping you're here for it. So this is Alias. This is Alias Delociant. Her full name, by the way, is Nico Calziver. Calziver spelled Kalziver. And yes, it is just supposed to be Calcifer. Like, from House Moving Castle. I didn't try very hard with her name, which is funny considering how long she stuck around. So Alias is a fire genasi. This is Gray's character. He's an Eldritch Knight. He's the coolest guy ever. He's the coolest guy ever, and I love him. And that's her dad, basically. Like that's her dad. It's not her dad. Like they're not related at all. But like he just kind of became her dad, and now they travel together. And he became a revenant, and now his life's goal is to keep her safe, and he can't die unless she dies. But that's not gonna happen because he's fucking awesome, and he's somehow every Bleach character combined. I don't know how that happened. Like, I walked into that campaign and said, I'm gonna do all of Avatar and The Legend of Korra, and Grady walked in and said, somehow Bleach is gonna be this character, and then we succeeded immensely. I miss these two every day, and I'm not kidding. Every day I think about these two. I love them so bad. Come home. I miss you. I love these two so bad. And then y'all know Pavlova, but for anyone new, might be lurking. First of all, hi, hello, nice to have you. Second of all, this is Pavlova. Isn't she perfect? She's a halfling swashbuckler rogue who I am going to be playing this month. This is a campaign that our good friend Grady Gratis is running sometime soon. I love her so bad. She's like the only character I've been able to draw for the past like 2 months, and I think about her every day. Um, let's pull up her playlist, which I was just already playing earlier. Yeah, she's the best. You know it's bad when I bought a whole Roblox avatar to look like her. Hold on. Who's that girl? La 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 la. She's that girl. La 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 la. Pulling up some art of her that I love that I made the other day. Bum 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 bum. Hold on, where is it? Here it is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't she the best? I love her. But yeah. This stream isn't about you, Pavlova. I am gonna keep you up. I like looking at you. Like, yup, yes, maybe. Who do we draw next? Who do y'all want to see? Just going off of names and where they're from. Because everyone else on this list, I don't think. Oh, besides Hanako. Y'all know Hanako. She is a character I am playing currently in a mass campaign based off of My Hero Academia, and her quirk is Bounce. Let me pull up a picture of her while y'all decide who you want me to draw next. looking. Birdie, not gonna lie, I'm curious. Bet. I'm looking for a good picture of Hanako. There's some really funny Pavlova art in here that I can't share because it is spoilers for her character, and I don't want Kinder or Chris or Ev to see it yet, and it's been killing me. Uh, Here I have doodles. Oh, this is just also all of 1A. Because when we do this campaign, I do little doodle sheets while we play. So I'm just gonna geek out about this campaign. So this is Hanako, Miss Blue Hair. Her quirk is bounce. It is a emitter quirk. Basically, she just makes things bouncy. That's it. So, for example, she wears these big chunky shoes, and she makes them bouncy, and she can jump higher. And her dad was a pro hero. He never ranked higher than like 79. So he was in the top 100, but that was back when not as many people were pros, so it was kind of easier. And he was like fine. He kind of fizzled out, but she loves him. She looks up to him a lot, and since she got his exact quirk, she's trying to make the most of it and make better of it. This is Chris's character, our good friend Crispy. This is Suro. He can teleport. His quirk is teleportation. He's from California, and he's mean to everyone, and I love him anyways. He's like the worst and the best. This is Nora. This is Kinder's character. She has a quirk that allows her to make very small reactive explosions. And it's described as the atoms in between, like on her hands, just kind of popping. So think like kind of fireworks, but not as colorful and as loud. So it's like a crackle kind of thing. But it's a very, very powerful quirk that is comboed with her very introverted personality, and I adore her. And they're best friends! And they're also both class rep. They tied for points. And they're besties, and I love them. And then everyone else is NPCs who are part of Class 1A. So you've got Kaneki right here. Miss Ice Girl, she has ice breath. You have Hagane, everyone's goat. He has metal manipulation. He basically creates liquid metal from his hands, and he can turn it into things. Including this helmet he wears. We don't know what he looks like underneath. You've got Sato, who's a Labubu. No, I'm kidding. He feels like our Labubu. He has aura manipulation, so it's a mutant quirk. Basically, you can't really see it unless you try, but around him there is constantly a very thin aura surrounding him that he can then shape into things. Like think like a hand or like a fist, you know? Think Momo from Dandadan. Kind of like that. He's awesome and he's very sweet and all the girls love him and he is 5'2". You got Kamizuki, who's kind of like the cool sporty guy of the class, like the tryhard. He's best friends with Hagane. They grew up in the same town, and his quirk is water manipulation. He just controls water. We don't know that much about it, but we've been told we're going to, and I'm excited. And then freaking, I have to remember her name. I feel so bad because I love her. It's Kaneki. And why can't I remember? What's happening to me? I'm like forgetting names today. I don't know why. I'm usually like better at it. Yeah, we're geeking about My Hero because I'm going down the list of characters I already draw on stream. And I got to Hanako and I was like, oh, this is just all of them. Let me explain. I'll have to check something. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I was checking something. Uh, And yeah, and this is freaking can't remember her name. Higaku. That's her name. Her quirk is Mantis. She has mantis legs like that, and she's really cool, and I like her a lot, and I want to know more about her really bad. And yeah, let's see. Who the freak are we drawing next? Do I remember? I don't think I've ever actually drawn Birdie. I think she was only ever Hero Forges. Alright, Blood Moon's voting for Birdie. Brady, who do you want me to draw next? I think I'll do one more, and then I might call it, because I'm starting to get hungry. Got this whole list. Who do we draw? Alice has a fun design. Ooh, okay. I think I definitely remember how to draw her. And flip a coin. Well, it's not really a final design. I'm still just sketching because I didn't fully do Astrid. I'll probably do that off stream. Uh, uh, uh. Oh yeah, Topaz. Yeah, I would have counted them, but that campaign never started. I'm going off of characters that I have actively played in a session. I wish, because they're freaking awesome, and I really wanted to play them, but no, Topaz, because that's supposed to be a Starfinder campaign that we had planned, and I was gonna play an awesome android who was made and then thrown away, and was from a factory where all of the androids they made were color coded, so they were all orange, and then they were abandoned on a desert planet, and then they got really cool, and they found a motorcycle, and they were awesome. Playing through all of Mass Effect has me wanting to play Soren really bad. No! It all takes time. It all takes time. It all just takes time. I want to do it so bad. We'll get to it when we get to it. Who do I want to draw? Because I know the characters I haven't drawn. I don't think I've ever drawn Ferris, and I don't think I've ever drawn Birdie. And I think I drew Val once. Soren, Edamir, and Sheepai are all of my underrated goats that I hope can exist at some point list. I mean, one of them is definitely going to happen eventually. The other one we can fight for, and then the other one is up to you, bro. I will make Edamir exist again. Because that's kind of on me. He kind of has to exist in Netherdeep. He's kind of built for it. I kind of want to draw Hoshino. I'm not gonna lie. I know I just asked y'all for your opinions, but I do just kind of want to draw Hoshino. Let's draw Hoshino, bro. So Hoshino is from a campaign, from a Fire Force campaign. It was all homebrewed. She was so cool. Even though she existed for such a short amount of time, her backstory is definitely one of the most in-depth ones I've ever made. See if I can remember how to draw her. She's also very inspired by Shizue, because when we did this campaign, it was after Naruto, and I was like, man, I want to play Shizue. I miss Shizue. So she kind of falls into the same category as like kind of colder, intelligent type, but Shizue had emotions. Hoshino did not at all, and you'll understand why that choice was made very quickly as I explain her shtick. So, do I have her? Did I make a playlist for her? I think I did. Oh, I did. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go grab this. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. So, Yu Hoshino is a former no current, because where we left off, she was still there, is a member of the Devil. What is it? I forget the name of it. I don't actually read Chainsaw Man. She found devils. She got contract with devils to find devils. So she grew up in a very poor subsect of Tokyo, or like a kind of like a borough that lived or that was located like outside of Tokyo. Um, she lived in squalor, basically. Parents were not around. It was kind of just her. She had a childhood best friend, and the two of them would sneak into universities together in like trash yards to steal engineering books and scrap metal, and they would make their own like machines and tools and stuff. And it was really just like a pulley or like a wheel or whatever. But Hoshino very clearly had a knack for it. Like it kind of just came naturally to her. Like she was obviously very gifted. And if her IQ had ever been checked, it would have been, for lack of a better term, really fucking high. Um, so her childhood best friend, um, while they were in a scrapyard, uh, oh wait, no. They were like having a sleepover because like her friend's parents, they were like passed out, and Hoshino's parents weren't even in town. She didn't know where they were, and he was like, "Hey, just want to do you want to sleep over? Like, can I stay at your place? Because you have like more room." She was like, "Yeah, sure." And they had a sleepover, and then these like teenagers like broke in. They were like super drunk, like trying to find something to steal, trying to start problems, and they had like a rusty piece of sheet metal. Well, one of them did, and he slashed her friend's leg. Not enough to be lethal, but enough to be like, hey, you might have just gotten tetanus. Like, this might get infected and get bad. So she tried rushing him to a hospital, and they were like, sorry, we can't help you because you can't pay for the antibiotics. Like, we can't give you this care if you can't pay for it. And he died from a very fixable infection. And that just kind of set her off on a path of, all right, nothing really matters unless I'm rich. So she ended up joining, um, what's it? I have to look up what it's called. Chainsaw Man Devil Killing Company. Yeah, so she ended up becoming a devil hunter. It's really not that much of a term. I really thought there was like a proper term for it. Ended up becoming a devil hunter, and she made a contract with the robot devil. And that might sound silly, but this campaign took place in the 90s, right before Y2K. And the robot devil kind of encapsulated all like I guess not foreign, but like unknown technology. So it was only getting stronger by the day, and Hoshino realized that and made that contract years before people started worrying about technology. I should just call it the technology devil. So she kind of had a 4D chess moment of like, so right now technology is just kind of whatever. Half the time it doesn't work, but going off of how it's advancing right now, it might kill us all by the year 2000. Because that was a real concern. That was like, we really did think that was going to happen with Y2K. So she was like, I'm going to hit the curve and I'm just going to get a contract with this freaking devil and then just get super powerful. So, hello, Gunther, hello. Talking about a Chainsaw Man OC that I played for like 2 sessions of a homebrew campaign. Um, yeah, so she made a contract with the technology devil, being like, well, Y2K is gonna be like awful, so let's just lock in. Um, and then this is another instance of I didn't really get to explore the character. Unfortunate. You know, she was so cool. Like I feel like there's a lot I could have done with her. Oh, wait, no. Her. So, obviously I'll get to it when we draw it, but I will say, um, you know, in Chainsaw Man, something you can do in return for more power with your contracted devil is kind of sacrifice parts of yourself. Because there are some characters who have sacrificed concepts of themselves, and then others who are like, here, just take my arm. Here you go. I don't need it. Now give me like a cool, like, dragon fist or whatever. So she sacrificed one of her eyes in exchange for an eye that could, like, scan things and she could learn information like she was searching it. So she could look at somebody and be like, here's their full legal name, their address, their like salary, like blood type, like everything. Just get a full like rundown of their shtick. And she would also do like skin grafts in exchange for like I think Ghost in the Shell. That was a huge inspiration for her. Like in exchange for like reinforced skin. It also said River Sanity, but she was like already a genius, so how smart can you be? Or like how sane can you be when you kind of know everything? So yeah, no. This was kind of the first time I played a character where I realized I made a very strong character choice without thinking about how it would impact RP. Because I made her very quiet, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, I like talking a lot. So it was definitely a struggle playing a very quiet character in a group of like six and being like, oh, I want to pitch into this conversation, but that doesn't make any sense to do right now. So I won't, but I'll think about it. Look into eyes and tell me la 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 la. To my la 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 la. Keep that there. Because she had an eye patch. Cause I meant to say this earlier. Whenever I do these one shots or campaigns that take place in like a pre-established setting, so like for example, was a Chainsaw Man campaign. I obviously I have my like own design fundamentals that I just enjoy doing, but I always try to keep the design fundamentals of the original universe in mind. So like for example, you know, I kept her hair color fairly simple, you know, kind of simple features. She had birthmarks, like beauty marks, freckles and stuff. Because that's a very common thing in Chainsaw Man. A lot of characters will have very distinct beauty marks. And then the eye patch was like, there's a lot of characters in this show with an eye patch. This guy likes eye patches. Let me give her an eye patch. And then I just kept her in like the basic like suit uniform. Yeah, I miss this character pretty bad. I would like to find a way to play her again, but I don't know what that would be. I find a picture of her on my phone just to help. I'm gonna have to scroll far back. La 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 la. Wah, 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 wah. Scrolling and I'm searching and I'm searching and I'm scrolling? Ba 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 ba. Think we're getting to it. Feel it in my bones. So I would beg to look this. Wah, wah, wah. I think also what I might do after this stream, just for fun, I might try and go through my old art and maybe post some of these original sketches on Twitter. Would y'all like want that? Do y'all want to see like I guess concept art? I don't have any other way to explain it. Oh right, I thought it was on the other side. I don't know why I thought it was on the right side. Or not Twitter, but yes, I will. Yeah, I could just show you. Maybe do. I could also put stuff in the Discord if that piques your interest. Let me swap these. Oh no, don't do that. Shut. Shut. Won't shut up. I won't shut up. Kick me under the table all you want. There we go. So she had one of those like square like bandage eye patches, those real anime ones. So I was like, well, if we're playing in Chainsaw Man World, let me get her all Chainsaw Man Worldy. Uh, that so she had like this cool like cybernetic scarring. There we go. Too high up. And beauty mark. She had bangs for this. Get up in the back, what up, go? Alrighty. We're trying to freaking host, you know. Wah, 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 wah. Draw her hair. I know I had a rhythm to it. I just can't. For it. She also had a ponytail. Dude, I gave her like bleached hair. And like, to be completely honest with you, I don't know why. Because it feels very like, not like uncharacteristic, but like it feels odd for a character who was so like, I don't know, like straight and narrow, I guess is the term I'll use. And she's got like bleached hair. She's got a ponytail. I remember I had a read. Can't remember it. Broken. Uh, I don't know if you've seen when My Hero Final trailer was posted today. Wasn't it posted on accident? Like, didn't they accidentally like leak it before they were supposed to, and then people like downloaded it? Because if so, then yes, I have seen it, and I'm very excited. From what I've heard, yeah, dude, it looks it looks fantastic. It just looks fantastic. Bald. Oshino. Astrid. Olheim. Grizz. Rock base. Oh, my sweet babies, who I miss. Oh, I miss them so bad. This honestly, this feels like a pretty good lineup of characters that I wish I had gotten. I wish I had been able to play longer. Like if I was like drafting like a fantasy like potential character like team, like I think these are our winners. I haven't even saved yet. Ah. Oh, I love them all. Oh wait, I forgot to give Astrid her cute. I forgot to give Astrid her cute little cow eyes. The hell? You're doing that. What button did I press to make things start happening? Stop selecting things. What did I press? Okay, we're fine. It's freaking scary. I almost broke it all. Yay! Alright. I think. Because I'd love to do this again, maybe next sketch Saturday. And revisit other characters. But honestly, I definitely think these are the three where it's like, oh man, I really wish I'd gotten to play you for longer. Right. How do we feel about stopping there? Because I feel pretty good about stopping here. High key. Let's see. Song to send us off to. Yeah. So, I think that is where we call it for the night. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone who's been lurking, everyone who stopped by. Uh, let's see. Oh, so schedule for next week will be going up either tomorrow or Monday. Huge gaming week tomorrow. Like colossal gaming week. Like you've never seen anyone game this hard before. So, let's see. Y'all know where I'm sending you, right? Y'all know where we're going? Because you should. We're raiding Skullvolver. He is currently in the stew doing a produce-a-thon birthday subathon. So he and his friends have basically locked themselves in a call for 48 hours at maximum with FL Studio in a dream. None of them have made music before. So we're gonna go say hi to Skull and see how mentally intact he still is. No raid message. Just go say hello. Freaking big fan of this guy. So don't freaking embarrass me. Kidding. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I forget that I can go here for goodbye. That's kind of fun. But yeah, bye bye.